So hello my dear friends, welcome back. Welcome to your channel Cooking Astrology. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for subscribing my channel and liking my videos. Thanks a lot. So today in this video, let's try to understand the 8th house in Vedic Astrology and how this house have the capacity to bring lot of transformations into your life. Now there are total 12 houses in Vedic Astrology and there are total 9 planets. So suppose you are having many Lakshmi yogas, wealth giving yogas are in your horoscope, or there are many Raj yogas that are present in your horoscope. So you will think like that, okay, Lakshmi yogas are connected with my money and wealth houses, so this have the capacity to contribute something in my life. But I will tell you, without the 8th house factor, no major event or no major transformation in your life will take place. Because this is the house which is acting as a key house to bring some of the main events. I'm not talking about minor event here. I'm talking about some of the major events, and that is also going to be a very sudden thing. It's not like that you need to wait for like 2, 3 or 5 years in order to experience the results from the 8th house, but that is going to be a very, very sudden event. Because this is that particular house which is acting as a key house, okay? So you can see the lock and a key. If you put key inside the lock, so that house will open. Similarly, 8th house lord is that particular planet that is acting as a key planet. And if you want to understand like how this 8th house lord is going to operate in my life, you need to just pay attention towards in whichever house that 8th house lord is going. If it is going in the 11th house of your incoming gains, and suppose 8th house lord is planet Venus. So Venus is the representation of your marriage, wife, spouse, life partner. So the event of marriage have the capacity to bring transformations into your 11th house, and that is the house of your incoming gains, money and wealth at the same time. But 8th house results, they come at a cost. 8th house will not immediately going to give you results and okay, you will be happy and satisfied. First of all, 8th house is going to take something away from your life, or this will give some sort of emotional pain, mental suffering or physical sufferings in your life. Only then this house have the capacity to give you something which you can utilize in your life. Now sometimes I will tell you the price which you are going to pay for this transformation is not going to be like compensated by any other thing, because this is actually that sort of a house which you have no control over. This is not the house which is going to get operated by your own principles. This is the house which is going to get operated by its own principles, because this is the realm of Scorpio. Now Scorpio is that zodiac sign which have a very dark intensity, okay? This is a very mystical kind of a house. That is why a lot of astrologers, numerology, palmistry, occult sciences, research oriented activities, these things are seen through 8th house. Even this is also the house where I will tell you, after getting married, sexual activities are also going to take place specifically through this 8th house. So its energy is quite dark, okay? Many people, they are fearful to discuss with regards to 8th house and these activities, how this house have the capacity to bring some transformation in your life. But if you want to predict your life in a one go, suppose you are going to live from 0 to 80 or 90 years of age, that is a normal lifespan of a human being. Now if you want to give one snapshot kind of a prediction, you just need to pay attention towards 8th house. Look how powerful this 8th house is going to be in your chart. And I will tell you, more the power, more amount of sufferings will come. It means there are going to be some major transformations that is awaiting in your life. Now it also depends upon the planetary maturity, okay? For example, 8th house is ruled by Mars. So Mars mature at the age of 28. It means irrespective in whichever house Mars is posited, in whichever zodiac sign, whether exalted, debilitated, when you will hit the age of 28, planet Mars maturity is going to bring the transformations in your life, and that is going to be major transformation. I'm not talking about minor, that is going to be some major transformation. It may be in the form of a setback of like maybe some of your family members, they passed away, and that will create that kind of a setback inside your mind. So this is the house, and the planet which is controlling that particular house, the maturity of that planet have the capacity to bring major transformations in your life. Here I will tell you the Antardasha and Dashas are also going to be secondary. First is that planetary maturity when it comes to the 8th house. Like Jupiter matured at the age of 16. So if Jupiter is the controller of that house, it means that house have the capacity to bring transformations. Now you can also consider that particular year as the year of major sufferings. Suppose like Sun maturity at the age of 21. It means 21 or the 21st year of your life have the capacity to bring sufferings. And because of that sufferings, this is going to purify you. This is the internal purification factor. Like otherwise it become very difficult for you to proceed ahead or move further in your life. So 8th house is also the house of a survival factor of a human being. Like if I put you into some very difficult kind of a situation, suppose this is a road and you are crossing it and some high speed vehicle is coming from that side. So 8th house is that sudden response towards everything. Like at that time, what is your instinct, what you are going to do? Whether you will move backward, forward, in this direction, you will jump, whatever decision you are going to do, that is that 8th house. So the planetary maturity age, like Venus matured at the age of 25, Moon matured at the age of 24, Mercury 32, Saturn 35, even the Rahu and Ketu axis 42 and the 48. So it means that particular year, 42 and 48th year, that can also have the capacity to bring major transformations in your life, because the sign of Aquarius is co-ruled by planet Rahu as well. So if Aquarius is falling in the 8th house, now I'm not only talking like there are many individuals that is having Aquarius energy falling particularly in the 8th house. So yes, every person is going to experience transformation at the age of 42. But it's not necessary that transformation is going to be on the same level. Some are going to deal with some different transformations. It now depends upon that, particularly the 8th house energy. You need to pay attention towards dignity, like in whichever area that 8th house lord is going. 8th house lord in the 9th house can bring transformations through some other areas. 8th house lord in the 10th house have the capacity to bring transformations through career. In the 11th house, through your professional friend circle, it may be through your incoming gain, suddenly your wealth potential is going to rise. In the 12th house, it may be by traveling to foreign land, your mindset will change and that transformation is coming. But the planetary maturity have the capacity to bring transformations in your life. And that transformations will come at a cost. This is not a free house, like you will receive everything on the free basis, no. Even the knowledge which you are gaining, okay, suppose you are watching this video and I'm an astrologer, I'm sharing knowledge with you. You are also creating a karma by watching this video as well. This is your karma. If you are watching this video, you are gaining some knowledge, okay. So as soon as you are feeding some knowledge inside you, so gaining knowledge is also one form of a karma. And gaining occult knowledge is another more karma you are taking specifically by watching this video. Now the energy which I'm discussing right now, this is 8th house, okay, and you are also watching this video because most of you are going to have very prominent 8th house. That is why you have attracted this video or you are watching this video, or there is going to be some interconnection between your 8th house lord or that area. Only then you are actually interested in watching this video. So whatever the information that you are gaining from occult sciences, mysticism, that knowledge is actually getting stored in your 8th house. So whatever the knowledge, I will tell you, you researched over thousands of charts. So whatever that knowledge you are gaining is actually getting in this 8th house. Now suppose you are gaining knowledge. That knowledge in the form of karma is accumulated in your 8th house. And if I will tell you, if that knowledge which you are gaining by looking into other people's charts, by watching videos, even by reading different books. So you are digesting a lot of information. I'm not talking about some other subject. I'm only talking about something occult that have to deal with mysticism, okay, or any tantric knowledge which you are gaining. So that is actually getting restored in the 8th house. You will see the difference between if you are suppose reading one book on astrology that have to deal with lot of occult sciences, mysticism, so your mind is behaving in some different manner. Whereas if you are like maybe into some other subject, you are learning like biology or something other thing, so your mind will not have that same intensity, because astrology intensity is bit high. This is 8th house energy. Other intensities are going to be totally different. 8th house vibration or frequency value is very high. So the knowledge which you are gaining is going to even increase the intensity in your 8th house. So this will create that storage. And this will create congestion in the horoscope. Now, because of that congestion which is created in your 8th house, you might going to feel suffocated. It's not necessary by gaining knowledge you will accumulate karma and then congestion is created. It may be through sufferings. Congestion can also create it. Or maybe some person have did something wrong towards you and you keep on thinking only for that one particular thing for next 5, 10, 15 years. You are thinking about that thing, and then again that congestion is created in your 8th house. So the only way to remove that congestion from your chart is either by sharing the equal amount of knowledge with other person, or sufferings are also one of the main thing which have the capacity to remove the congestion from your chart, specifically from 8th house. Because I told you whatever you are gaining in the form of either knowledge through Vedic astrology as well, this is getting stored in the 8th house. And 8th house is that Scorpio energy. This is not a moving water. This is not a fresh water. This is the water which is in a pond, okay. So that pond water, you can see that is a algae which is present over there. Many microbacteria, many other things. Now that algae can be used as a treatment of cancer or some other thing. But this is that 8th house energy. Now the energy of that 8th house is represented by 8th house lord, and in whichever house that is flowing, so that particular air, maturity of that planet have the capacity to bring transformation, okay. This is the first part. Secondly, what about the planet which is posited in your 8th house? Some of the planets that might going to be present over your 8th house, okay. Sometime 8th house going to be completely empty, like there is no planet posited over there. If I will tell you there is no planet in the 8th house, you are going to be escaped from many karmas. There will no any major or particular karma that will come into your life. But if some planet is posited in your 8th house, that planet have the capacity to create a new human being. Now it may be you are having a suppose more personality of a Libra, holly jolly personality. You love to meet with other people, doing this thing, that thing, or whatever you want to do in your life, okay. But suppose 8th house is going to create some setback in your life, so this have the capacity to change your lagna as well. That is, have the capacity to change your lagna. Lagna mean you, so your physical existence. I have seen many individuals, and you also going to be practically, you will see many individuals when they come into this existence in this universe. So they are going to be different person. Their perception towards life is going to be different. Their philosophy towards life is going to be different. But as soon as they are progressing in their life, they are seeing more and more life, then the perception will start changing. So why that perception is changing? This is based upon the 8th house energy. That is responsible for changing your perception or looking into things through different angles. Planet moon is your emotional response towards something. If someone is suffering, if your moon is in some strict zodiac sign, you might going to ignore it. Okay, that person is suffering, let him suffer. But if your moon is in some watery zodiac signs, okay, so you are going to be empathetic in nature. You will see, you will recognize, okay, what is the problem, and you will go and you will ask that person. Okay, what is the problem or how can I help you? But for example, if that setback or if that transformation in the 8th house have eventually come, then I will tell you, even if your moon is posited in that emotional zodiac sign or in that empathetic zodiac sign, still you will not behave in that same manner. Now why? Your moon is posited in the same zodiac sign and that is going to be throughout your life. So why you are behaving and responding to different situations in a different manner? Sometime you are becoming an empathetic person, sometime you are becoming a cold-hearted person. So why there is going to be difference that is coming in your own personality? But you are going to have a same moon, it means your emotional response towards every life situation is moreover going to be same. But there is going to be change which is coming. This is 8th house. Because this is that progression of your life as soon as you are growing older. Whatever experience that you are accumulating in your life, that will stored in the 8th house. Now it's not necessary every experience is getting stored in the 8th house. It's not necessary. Only the big major transformative events that will stored in the 8th house. Maybe in the initial stages of your life, in your 20s, mid-30s, you believe something is going to be true. But as soon as you grow older and when you see the reality of the life, something will hit you hard from inside. So when something is going to hit you hard from inside, 8th house will create an impression of that memory and this will stored over there. Any sort of a heartbreaking moment, suppose you loved someone and that girl or boy maybe after 1-2 years is leaving you without giving any reason. So you experience some emotional pain inside you. So that impression goes into the 8th house. You see, many people say astrologers have a picturization memory. Yes, we do have a picturization memory. When we pick up into any chart, so pictures will start revolving inside our mind. Specifically my mind, I don't know about other astrologers. When I look into your 2nd house, so I will see, okay, that is going to be his childhood days, his upbringing in such a way, how family is going to treating this person. Then I go to 4th house, his school days are going to be like that. Then I go to 5th house, okay, bachelor's degree like that. Then I go to 9th house, no higher education or higher education. Then career, and how that karmas are played out and how all that energy is connected with 8th house energy. Because this is that key planet. I have told you, some big Raj Yoga is also present in your chart. Maybe big Lakshmi Yoga, Saturn Venus conjunction. This is one of the big Lakshmi Yogas. So don't think like that Saturn Venus conjunction, Saturn Antardasha is approaching and this will going to bring me wealth or money. No, it's not necessary. 8th house Dasha is approaching, have the capacity to trigger the yoga which is created by Saturn and Venus in your horoscope. And this is the house which will keep on changing. Your perception is going to change. Many things I will tell you. All the changes in your life which you are experiencing, okay, this is in the 8th house. Now, if you look from the 8th house, 2nd house is directly opposite to it, okay. And this is also considered as a family axis. 2nd house is your Kutumb Sthan, complete family. Family before marriage, after marriage is seen through 2nd house. 8th house is the house of your in-laws. If you want to study your relationship with your in-laws, whether they are going to be supportive or not supportive, look into the 8th house energy. Now, 8th house is a malefic house. This is for sure, I will tell you. It means it doesn't matter what is the strength and dignity of your 8th house lord. Relationship between you and your in-laws is always going to be somewhat problematic. Now, it's not necessary, I will tell you. It depends from dignity of planet from one chart to another chart. But most of the time, this is going to bring problems into your life. That is why if the 2nd and 8th axis is severely afflicted with the malefics or even by Rahu, Ketu, Saturn and Mars axis, this have the capacity to destroy your complete relationship. So you are not going to be responsible for that thing. Your family is going to be responsible for that thing. There are many houses in Vedic astrology which you have no gain control over. You cannot change your parents. You cannot decide, okay, I'm going to take birth in this household, I'm going to choose my siblings. No, you don't have the capacity to choose your parents, your siblings. And I will tell you, in Vedic astrology, there are total 12 houses. Most of the things are also going to be predestined in your life. I do agree free will work, but in certain situations, free will also don't exist. You can, and there is no any other explanation for that thing, like why you born and brought up only in that particular household, why these parents. There is no any practical explanation, okay? But Vedic astrology have the capacity to give you that explanation. Like you have did something this in your past life karma, and that have reflected in this karma in that form. So this is a that house that will bring something in your life. Now many people, they escape, they run away from these house, like okay, this is a bad house, Tushtana house. This house have the capacity to bring lot of pain, sorrow, sufferings. You are not understanding now, this is not pain, sorrow and suffering. This is one way of removing the congestion from your horoscope. If 8th house, I will tell you, this is a recyclation process, okay? Like you are doing something, like there is lot of plastic equipments over there. So suppose you are recycling that plastic bottles and you are creating some one finished product. So 8th house is the recycling of your internal thoughts. Your internal thought process is getting recycled because of 8th house energy. And that is necessary. If you will not be able to recycle that internal thought process, or that cyclic process will not follow, what is going to happen? This will create a congestion inside your chart. And because of that congestion, you will feel suffocated from inside. Have you seen black holes where lot of mass is accumulated over a single portion? And then black holes, they tend to suck everything towards it, okay? So even the light cannot escape from the black hole. This 8th house is that similar black hole. This is dark. Even Surya going over there is going to even suck the energy of Surya. Any planet that falls into the 8th house is going to suck its energy. And because sucking factor, suppose moon is in the 8th house, that is your mind, so this is going to suck your mental energy. So your mind is always going to be sucked in the 8th house. You are always worried about 8th house activities. Always you are going to be fearful, no matter how strong your moon is going to be in the 8th house. Constant fear will revolve around your mind. And because of that fear, you keep on working. You keep on working. Or maybe you will start chasing something. 6th house is the house of your loan, mortgage and debt also. So from, if you count 3 places away, this is the 8th house. It shows the amount of efforts that you individuals are going to put in your life in order to remove that loan, mortgage or debt from your life. Or the efforts that you need to put forward in order to deal with your enemies, to deal with your competition. Even if you are a business person, there are many business competitors. So this house shows the efforts or the capacity which is present inside you, whether you have the capacity to put a lot of efforts in that area or not. So this also refers that effort, and this is going to be very hardcore effort. Now if the soft planet, as I told you, moon is over there, moon is going to be your mind and this will suck your energy. So most of the time you will feel mentally totally exhausted with moon placement in that particular house, because you are in a constant fear, some sort of a worry. Most of the planets, they don't operate well in the 8th house, except few planets like Jupiter. Now this is a guru. When you put guru in the 8th house, guru have the capacity to deal with the 8th house activity. But still I will tell you, Jupiter is that planet which is a very like protective kind of a factor. And I thank to Jupiter as well. This is the guru of all planets. So this is the single most entity that have the capacity to deal with the sign of Scorpio. How to handle its energy, how to increase that congestion, how to remove congestion, how to increase regenerative abilities inside me, Jupiter have that capacity. In order for you to become a very successful astrologer as well, you must need to have a very strong 8th house or the sign of Scorpio or your 2nd house or Jupiter connection with the 2nd house. It may be sitting over there expecting your 2nd house, maybe Jupiter in the 8th house expecting 2nd house, or it may be in the 10th house also expecting 2nd house. Jupiter aspect falling on the 2nd house or Jupiter placement in the 2nd house have the capacity to make you astrologer. Very good astrologer. Even the planets that will go into the zodiac sign of Scorpio also have the capacity to make you a astrologer. Now it's not necessary which planet is going in the sign of Scorpio, but most of the time if planets they are going in the sign of Scorpio, it means there is going to be lot of karmas that you need to deal with. And yes, you are going to have more karma as compared to some normal human being. You have to create some extra karma. You need to put some extra efforts. Only then you have received some planets in the sign of Scorpio. So more the planets in the sign of Scorpio, it means more transformations. You are going to go through transformations. You will go through transformations or changes through day-to-day life. So prominency of planets in the 8th house, that is the Scorpio. It may be your sign of Scorpio is falling in the 5th house, in 4th house, in 10th house. But the planets that are eventually posited in the sign of Scorpio, why that planets are posited over there? Because they are asking you to increase your contribution. And that planets have the ability to recycle everything. And because of that recycling process, you are continuously doing astrology. There are many astrologers or many people that started astrology in their life in the initial stages. After 1 month, some quit. 6 months, few quit, will not be able to do it further. After 1 year, 2 years, 3, 5, 6 years. So if you want to pursue or carry forward this subject throughout your life up to whenever you are going to live in your life, it means you have to have some sort of a blessings from Jupiter in your 8th house in the sign of Scorpio, or it may be towards the 2nd house. Only because of that possibility, you will continue this process and this journey of Vedic astrology. And I'm asking every one of you, whosoever is watching this video, if you are gaining this knowledge, this is getting stored in the 8th house. That is why you also need to be very careful with the kind of knowledge which you are going to gain in your life. Because Jyotish Shastra, or this is a Vidya. Vidya, I don't know whether you understand or not. If like there are 10 Mahavidyas, so astrology is also one form of a Vidya. So here you are not choosing the subject of astrology. Astrology is going to choose you. This Vidya is going to decide who is going to be my master and who I'm going to choose and in which person I'm going to instill my thought process. Is he capable? So this Vidya will flow towards you. The knowledge of astrology is that kind of a knowledge that will continuously flow towards you if specifically some blessings are over in your horoscope. Now I'm also like, when I initially started my YouTube journey, even prior to my YouTube journey, I did lot of astrology. Many of you know my father as well. Like I belong to family of astrologers. So when you born and brought up in such kind of a family lineage where in the home everyone is discussing astrology, and I still remember in the initial stages of my life, when I'm in my teen days, so my father used to discuss about planets, like with particularly, okay, this planet is there, this is operating, this is doing that thing and that thing. Then I came to that subconscious mind is actually getting programmed in such a way. Now when you get older, when you hit your Jupiter maturity at the age of 16, then this knowledge will flow towards you. That happened to me actually. Now it doesn't matter, I started posting in the later stages, but at that time you will hit with this knowledge. And I will tell you, once this Vidya of astrology will choose you, this will not leave you. This knowledge of astrology will always going to be with you throughout your life, and this is flowing in your veins. Genetically, if you are inheriting something, this is in your veins. And the more you deeply dive into this subject, the more this energy is sucking you towards itself. Okay, let me take you this knowledge, that knowledge and that knowledge. So you need to be very careful of, at least be very conscious whenever you are watching these videos or taking the occult knowledge in your day-to-day life. So you need to be very careful with whom I'm taking the knowledge, and if I'm taking knowledge, you need to share some equivalent knowledge with some other human beings. You can share this video as well some other person, so that he can also or she can also gain that knowledge. So by sharing this thing with some other person, you are removing the congestion. But if you are only taking knowledge and not sharing anything, this will create congestion inside you. And because of congestion, I will tell you, many problems will occur: health problems, mental health problem, physical health problem. So please don't make 8th house as a congestion. Consider it as a recyclable kind of energy, and you need to keep on rotating and moving the energy of 8th house. So I hope you have gained some deep insights in this video with me, and you have found some interesting intakes with regards to 8th house. This is my perception, and whatever I have gained, I have shared in front of you. If you are having some queries, some consultations, or if you want to discuss with regards to maybe some other areas of your life, marriage, career, spirituality, spiritual consultation, do let me know. I will try my best to respond you back as soon as possible. Till then, you can please subscribe my channel below and make sure to hit the like button if you really enjoyed this video. And thank you for giving love towards all my other YouTube videos as well, specifically Lords Through Houses, Money and Wealth series, even the marriage playlist that I keep on updating few videos with, even the Navmansh series, and thank you for sending me super thanks. So I will keep on posting more and more unique videos with regards to Vedic astrology, and you can please follow me on Instagram as well, and I will try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. So till then, please take care of yourself, and Bhav Rudrai and Bhav Rudrai.